Good evening. You're watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. More than 14.3 billion Omani riyals is the total investment at the special economic zones and free zones. An Israeli airstrike in the Syrian capital kills 15 people. And an aid group issues urgent appeal for quake-hit Syria. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. After a fruitful and substantial success secured last year, industrial areas and free zones in the Sultanate of Oman have prepared themselves to another positive year, backed by a package of investment incentives and facilities in addition to customs and tax exemptions. Based on statistics on areas under the supervision of the Public Authority for Special Zones and Free Zones, investments in these areas exceeded 14.3 billion Omani riyals. Free and special zones attracted the attention of many investors due to the available facilities and the capacity for future growth. Currently, a dual carriageway road project has been constructed at the entry of Dukum Special Zone, and other projects are implemented to connect other internal roads and Ras Markaz Road to the main road. The Public Authority for Special Zones and Free Zones also plans to construct a tourism road connecting the tourism and hotel area to the fishery harbour. In addition to that, the Public Authority have worked in reducing waiting time for obtaining the necessary permits to plans to streamline all its services. The National Economic Diversification Programme concluded its first phase on drafting economic tools to be held decision makers to arrive at a sound economic decision based on establishment facts and data. The program also completed studies on backward and forward linkages for 15 economic activities, in addition to exploring economic multipliers and a general framework for sectorial skilled strategy in order to put proposals for skills needed for each sector. The program seeks to develop indicators for sectorial performance and a plan for assessing global markets. The Earthquake Monitoring Center at Sultan Qaboos University reported that a 4.1 magnitude earthquake had occurred in Dukum at 7:55 a.m. today. The Royal Oman Police said that its operations center received calls from citizens about tremors of an earthquake in Dukum. The police followed up on the calls and confirmed that it had not received any reports of injuries or damages due to the earthquake. Still to come in our news bulletin. The 10th International Sculptures Exhibition is launched in the Wilaya of Sohar. And now for the international world. An Israeli airstrike in Syria killed 15 people and badly damaged a building in a Damascus district that is home to several state security agencies. The head of the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights said civilians, including 2 women, were among those killed in the deadliest Israeli attack in the Syrian capital. The observatory said that the overnight strike damaged a 10-story building near the Iranian Cultural Center in the capital's Kafr Susur district, which is home to senior state officials and Syrian intelligence headquarters. It was not immediately clear who was the intended target of the strike. The group Doctors Without Borders called today for the urgent scaling up of earthquake aid to northwest Syria as it delivered a convoy laden with emergency assistance. Aid has been slow to reach Syria's rebel-held areas since the February 6th earthquake that killed a combined of more than 43,000 people across Turkey and Syria. The French aid group Doctors Without Borders said an urgent increase in the volume of supplies is needed to match the scale of the humanitarian crisis. It said, according to UN data, 5 days after the earthquake, only 10 trucks had entered rebel-held areas of Syria through the Bab al-Hawa crossing from Turkey. It added that in the 10 days following the earthquake, the number of trucks that could cross the border into northwest Syria was lower than the average weekly number for 2022. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken spoke with the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and separately with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas, reaffirming U.S. support for a two-state solution in the region and asking the two to restore calm. The State Department spokesman said Blinken spoke by telephone with both to reaffirm U.S. commitment to a negotiated two-state solution and opposition to policies that endanger its viability. The spokesman said the secretary endorsed the urgent need for Israeli and Palestinians to take steps that restore calm and unilateral measures that would further escalate tensions. That message followed a decision by Israel's new hard-right government to give retroactive permission to multiple settlements outposts in the occupied West Bank, a move that drew nearly unanimous criticism among major powers, including the United States. North Korea said its latest intercontinental ballistic missile test was meant to further bolster its fatal nuclear attack capability against its rivals, as it threatens additional powerful step over the planned military training between the U.S. and South Korea. Yesterday's ICBM test, the North's first missile test since January the 1st, signals it is using its rivals' drills as a chance to expand its nuclear capability to enhance its leverage in future dealing with the United States. North Korea's state media say today its Hwang-15 launch demonstrates the country's powerful physical nuclear deterrent and its efforts to turn its capacity of fatal nuclear counterback on the hostile forces into that cannot be countered. The Ministry of Health will start tomorrow the national survey for vaccination coverage of children ranging from the age of 1.5 to 5 years. The survey will cover 5,289 houses in order to update vaccination data of 16,470 of the targeted categories and the category of mothers having children below 5 years of age. The campaign will continue until 19th of March. The public offering of Abraj Energy Services Company under transformation, a subsidiary of OQ, the Global Integrated Energy Group, will begin tomorrow, Monday. The offering of the first category extends from February 20th to the 2nd of next month, while the subscription stage for the second category extends from February the 20th to the 1st of next March. The offering of shares of Abraj Energy Services Company comes as part of the exit plan announced by the Oman Investment Authority to create investment opportunities for local and foreign investors to achieve the goals of Oman Vision 2040. The 10th International Sculptures Exhibition in the Wilaya of As-Sohar opens its doors with the participation of 2 sculptures from the Sultanate of Oman and 24 sculptures from 11 countries. The exhibition includes 22 sculptures by the participating international sculptors, which were carved on Omani marble under the slogan of sustainability. The exhibition seeks to highlight and enhance the position of sculpture art at the local and international levels. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. More than 14.3 billion Omani riyals is the total investment at the special economic zones and free zones. An Israeli airstrike in the Syrian capital kills 15 people. And an aid group issues urgent appeal for the quake-hit Syria. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the studios and the newsroom, it's good night and stay safe.